Everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing what if the US states became their own country. Now, a few things are going to happen here before we actually start the series. Because I want to make this a series, but what we're going to be saying here is Alaska is going to just be joining Canada. Alaska doesn't really need to exist. Well, I mean, I don't mean it like that, but like, in here, it's not going to really do anything. And Hawaii will just become its own country, but I don't really need to show it on here either. It's not going to really do anything, but I'll keep it on the map anyways. Anyways, what we do have here, showing first, is we're going to be seeing Texas declare war on Oklahoma. Now, the first thing we see here happening in this war is Texas really wants to take Oklahoma's panhandle. So they send a lot of troops up here to try to gain control of the Oklahoma panhandle and also cut off Oklahoma from the rest of the state of Oklahoma from the panhandle. It'll go up this way, going all the way to the end of Oklahoma. Texas will be sending more troops up the panhandle of Oklahoma, pushing this direction, and basically just cutting off the entire panhandle until the panhandle area surrenders. And basically, Texas doesn't really care about getting this part of Oklahoma, but they will still go after it because, like, why not? And they will take this part of it, which is getting closer and closer to Oklahoma City, which is about right here. I'll just label it on the map. It's like right here. So they continue to push forward into Oklahoma, going towards the Oklahoma capital, which is Oklahoma City, circling this little area over here, which nobody really cares about unless you live there, which I don't think anybody does. And then they encircle Oklahoma City, and they just take the entire city over. And Oklahoma basically does nothing else except for Tulsa, which Texas makes a spearhead towards, and then just capitulates Oklahoma. Guys, I'm sorry if you see frequent pauses in the video. It's not gonna, of course, not gonna end up showing just random paused moments, nothing for you guys. But there's gonna be random things that seem like cuts. They're not really cuts. I just really don't feel good right now. So, but I'm trying to get out a video since I've already missed 2 days in the past 3 days of recording. So I'm trying to get a few videos out because, you know, I have an upload schedule. I haven't been following the upload schedule. So, this is actually what the peace treaty is going to be. It is going to be Texas taking all of this, and Oklahoma will just be this now. And so we have a little bit of stronger Texas over here now. And Oklahoma is going to be uniting with Arkansas here because they really don't have that much valuable land area left. They're just going to unite with Arkansas and form a union. Now, over here, what we're going to be seeing is West Virginia will be declaring war on Maryland, Delaware, and Washington, D.C. D.C. is a country here, but they will be doing this because, well, I mean, they think they can overtake them. And at first, they just start to plumb into this panhandle area of Maryland. So West Virginia will push into the Maryland panhandle even farther. And going across this way. Before Maryland capitulates, D.C., they'll take that pretty quickly. First, they'll have easy time going through Delaware. There'll be a little struggle as some reinforcements are coming in from these states, because they obviously don't want an empire to the south of them. But ultimately, Delaware just ends up surrendering to West Virginia. So West Virginia annexes all of this land, and they make a pretty big empire here. Virginia is pretty pissed about this, and they will use their strategic land area, according with the Delaware Peninsula, of course, with that, to declare war on West Virginia. But we have North Carolina backing up them, and we will have Georgia invading North Carolina, which South Carolina will actually rush to the help of North Carolina. And during the middle of this war, they will actually be uniting into one Carolina country to help defend West Virginia. Georgia's on the red team. This is what we have here. We do have Pennsylvania joining in on this war, surprisingly, which will cause New York and then New Jersey. So we have a pretty big Eastern war. But the main thing we see happening here is Florida joining on the blue team and Alabama joining in also on the blue team to try to get some land away from Georgia. But then eventually after deciding, they decide to switch up, and now Florida has to deal with one front of two countries and many more reinforcements being sent down there, which we already have Alabama pushing into like this part of Florida. And we see Alabama just like doing all of this. Well, of course, with reinforcements from other nations, they're doing this on their own. And they'll be pushing down this way, cutting off this part of Florida, and taking this part of the country. Anyways, we're going to see Virginia and Georgia quickly jump in over here to try to invade the new Carolina country, with Georgia already succeeding a little bit over here. And Virginia doesn't make much success, but most of their success is along the coastline, actually, where they do take all of this land. It's not really that much land, but they eventually end up getting down to this direction just to meet up with the troops down there and cut off Carolina from the coast, where they can meet up with both of their fronts. And Carolina's in kind of a bad spot here. And, well, so is Pennsylvania. That was not what it was supposed to be. I accidentally covered that. That didn't happen. So what we're seeing here is New York pushing into New Jersey quickly and swiftly. This might become a series. I don't know. I'm considering it. If it goes well, then I'll turn it into a series. If it doesn't go well, like if you guys don't like it, comment if you like it or not, by the way, guys. But if it's good or not, then I might do another series. Anyways, New Jersey eventually does surrender, and Pennsylvania is, so they might be bombed a few times. So that might happen, which kind of causes them to, probably would cause them to do something, no. But it would cause them to collapse. Which causes these purple rings to start developing. But eventually all this stuff starts to get cleaned up by the governments of New York and West Virginia, because the ones who launched the bomb was New York. And eventually, once it is stable, Pennsylvania will surrender over to the red team, and Carolina and West Virginia don't see any chance bringing up this fight, so they surrender. So, taking a look at the peace treaty here, this orange team here this Orange Alliance will be formed. Pennsylvania and New Jersey will be continued, like, just dead. Pennsylvania will get partially put into New York. All of New Jersey will go there. Delaware, this part of Maryland, and like Delmarva Peninsula will be transferred to New York. Meanwhile, Ohio annexed the parts of West Virginia and Pennsylvania that don't join Virginia and New York. And North Carolina, the Carolinas, the Carolina Empire, whatever you want to call it, it's not an empire anymore. It is now split up between Georgia and Virginia, and then Alabama and Georgia get some land from Florida. This is going to be all for this video. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.